Hi, it's Nicole for Bella Boulevard, and today I'm jumping back into the Love Grows Here collection. This is one of the newer collections from Bella Boulevard. I'm also going to pair it with this free sketch from 2023 Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. I believe these are still available on their website. I will put a link down below. Now, important fact here, that is a sketch for an 8.5 by 11 layout, but I'm going to modify it and still use it in a 12 by 12 format. The other edition or challenge that was issued this week to use Love Grows Here was to also bring in Bella Besties. And so when I saw that sketch and I saw the opportunity with those ombre squares, my brain immediately says, yes, 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 grab your stash of Bella Besties. We're going to really lean into those B-sides. And Love Grows Here has some really good B-sides on the back of some of those more busy patterns. And what I'm going to do is essentially create a rainbow ombre background for my layout. Now, the sketch showed 9 different colors, I believe, and so that is what I'm going to do as well. The sketch also calls for 1.5-inch squares. I will say if you digitally or manually die cut a repeated shape like this with the intention to line them up, using a die cutting system is key to getting things lined up. I'm not going to do that today. I was feeling a little bit lazy, and instead I'm going to do a little trick that I've done a lot in the past. I get questions on it anytime somebody sees tape stuck to my paper trimmer. I was working on this during a weekend Zoom crop, and so I didn't want to I wasn't in the mood to die cut, which is shocking because I absolutely love manual die cutting. I, for some reason, just thought trimming these out with my paper trimmer would be the key. I did have a little trouble lining them up, but in the end, I did get everything down on the background. So what I like to do is take either a piece of cardstock with some adhesive on the back. In this case, I grabbed some like Post-it tape, cut a straight edge, and then I put it down on my trimmer at that 1.5-inch mark. I can visually see the 1.5-inch mark and cut them no problem. Putting something here creates just an edge for everything to consistently butt up against. So I know that everything is essentially the same size. I put ATG directly onto my background and just started attaching squares, cutting some in half for that straight edge. I did leave a little bit of an opening where I knew that my photos were going to land, and then ended up filling it in because if you leave that gap open, that's sometimes where you can get a little bit of things not lining up. So even though they're going to get covered up, I did go ahead and put squares where my photos were going to go, which in the end was a good idea because I almost changed the orientation of my layout. I did go back to the original orientation on the sketch, but I thought about doing it in this vertical orientation as well and having my photos hang off the edge of that pattern area just a little bit. But I don't know, there was something about that original sketch design that just had my heart, and so I stayed with it. I did go ahead and do hand stitching. I didn't follow the sketch for that to a T. I just used it as a guide. Not every single like edge of the colors had stitching points on it, so I just kind of picked some, tried to make it a little bit random. I used white DMC thread to do my hand stitching to have kind of a softer contrast. Black probably would have been fun here too. I just don't personally enjoy stitching with black. I do it every once in a while. For some reason, 310 in the DMC threads is just, it's not fun to stitch with. If you know, you know, it's just a little bit furry. kind of gets tangled up. Plus, I knew that I wanted to do some black photo mats, and so I wanted to make sure that that stitching was going to contrast with that, as well as the row of black Bella Besties that I've got in that upper left corner. So from here on out, I'm using the sketch as a loose guide to place things, but essentially I'm just going to grab things that I like, things that I think make sense with my layout. There was this 3x4 cut apart card that had a little scene on it. I'm going to take a notebook border punch and punch out the top to give it a little bit of detail. And then I'm going to actually cut off the dog portion of it because only part of it is going to stick out between or behind my photos here. And I like that there's this little scene that you can just kind of get the gist of after I layer more things on top of it. Because we were at a park, I leaned into things like the trees, pulled in a phrase that said memories, and just did a quick flip through of the die cuts. And ultimately, I used mostly florals from the die cut pack because it gave me an opportunity to kind of move color around the page and have just small little pieces peeking out here and there. I really want that ombre square background to pull the load for this layout. I want that to be what is visually most interesting because that's where I put most of the work. That's where most of the things that I love are. I think I say this in every project, but B-sides just have my heart. Bella does them so well. They're on the back of so many fun designs within the collections, and then the actual Bella Bestie lines where you just get B-sides on both sides. It's too good. It's so good. So I did go ahead and grab this family phrase from the phrase pack, and I saw this border of rainbow florals, and I thought that that really kind of matched what I had going on with all of the squares. I'm going to pop up the family phrase, and then when I was initially kind of planning this layout, I knew that I wanted to use those aqua colored alphabets from the Love Grows Here sticker sheet. So when I'm looking through the title pieces, I'm trying to think of things that I can build a title between a pre-made phrase and letters that I can build my own word with. So I just went with family picnic. This was a work hosted family event through my husband's company that we had gone to. And normally I would probably have added his company name. In this instance, I just decided not to. I can always go back and add it later if I want to. But I feel like the title Family Picnic essentially labels what we were doing. I don't remember which park we were at, and I wasn't going to look it up. Which park we were at really didn't matter. It was all the way across town. I doubt we will ever find ourselves back there again. It was more just the fact that we had squeezed this into our weekend, managed to stop by, say hi to some coworkers, kind of meet their kids, their spouses, that kind of thing, and then head home for our long journey back to our side of town. This is also one of those designs that would be really fun to color coordinate your embellishments as far as where they land on those squares. Today, I didn't do that. I actually kind of tried to find things that would stand out against whatever color was behind them and just really make sure that, again, that pattern is the focal point besides my photos. I typed up some basic journaling here, used a sentiment die to cut these. I included the date while I was typing everything up, so I didn't forget that. Kind of kept everything really simple up here in this left corner, but I feel like it still needs a little something. I thought about trying to see if there was a phrase that I could nestle up in there, but it was starting to feel a little too wordy in my opinion. So I go back to those same cute florals that are tone on tone. They're going to allow me to bring in pops of color up there. And I just decide to go back to those, grab some foam adhesive, and find three that I think will kind of fit up here in this black and brown colored area. And that is pretty much it as far as embellishing goes. This is pretty typical for me. If I'm going to do a really detailed background like this, I'm going to pull back on some of the embellishing and maybe even the amount of photos. It just kind of depends on the design or the sketch that I'm following. In this instance, this was a perfect amount of embellishing for my personal style. And I love how this came out. I love, love, love the B-sides from Bella. So definitely take a look at the back sides of your papers from the main collections. Also check out the Bella Besties line. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys here. Any questions, drop them down in the comments below. Subscribe if you have not, and check out the suggested videos, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.